Sairam. Welcome to the second part of linear equations in two variables. Hope you remember in last class I have given some homework. Here are the solutions of last class homework. The first one was the coordinates where the line x minus y is equals to 8 will intersect y axis is. To understand that, if we transpose y to that side, let us take a pen and see how it goes. See, now you just have a graph sheet. In that graph sheet, suppose if you transpose x is equals to, then 8 is already RHS, minus y, when you transpose it will become plus y. Now, what is the condition? Line intersecting y axis. When something is happening in y axis, x axis value should be 0. That means I need to make this x 0. Already 8 plus y is there. How can x become 0? Right guess. So x is equals to 0 when 8 minus 8 comes. So what is the value of y now? Y is minus 8. So now y is minus 8, of course y is minus 8, suppose you assume this is a point of minus 8. And what is the value over there, x value, what is the x value over there? It should be 0. Hence the coordinates of this particular point should be 0 comma minus 8. So the answer is 0 comma minus 8. Did you get it? Let's go to the next one. Find whether the following equations are consistent or inconsistent. You know the consistent meaning. Consistent means at least one solution or infinitely many number of solutions should be available. Inconsistent means you should have no solution at all. So what are the ways? A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2, do you remember? Now let us check. Here in this equation, x is given. X is given, what is the coefficient of x? Obviously it is 1. And y's coefficient is obviously it is 1. Then what 1 becomes? It's a1. What is minus 1 becomes? It is b1. And what c1 becomes? Actually it should be minus 8 is equals to 0 is c1. If I transpose that side, it is 8. In either cases, you can take c1 is equals to 8. Then come this side, it's a2, it's b2, and it's a c2. Now you take this case, a2 is 3, b2 is not 3, of course it's minus 3, and c2 is 16. When I draw all this, a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, so a1 by a2 is 1 over 3, b1 by b2 is minus 1 by minus 3, minus minus cancels, you will get once again 1 by 3, which is equal. And c1 by c2 if you look into 8 by 16. So it's minus 8 by minus 16 if you transpose, either cases minus minus cancels, you will get 8 by 8 over 16. What is 8 over 16? 8 ones are 8 twos are, that is equals to 1 by 2. So now if you observe 1 by 3 is equals to 1 by 3 but not equals to 1 by 2. Guess what is the condition? Correct, it is inconsistent. That means the given equation is inconsistent. Given set of equations are inconsistent. Let's go to the third one. On comparing the ratios of a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, find out whether the lines representing the following pairs of linear equations at a point are parallel or coincident. Either they are parallel or one upon another coincident is the question. Once again, the process being the same, let us take the a1 value, b1 value, c1 value, a2, b2 and c2. See, you have to observe, in giving homework, I made a technical homework. See here, 8 is transposed to that side, 16 is transposed to that side, it is not a standard form. In second case, what did I do? I gave ax plus by plus c, ax plus by plus c. In this case also I can take the directly c1 and directly c2. Here actually I am supposed to transpose 8 here and transpose 16 here. In either cases, signs will change. Minus, plus will become minus, plus will become minus, minus cancels. Answer is same. Did you get this trick? Come back here. So now it is 6 by 2. So first one is 6 by 2, a1 by a2. And b1 by b2 will become what? Minus 3 by minus 1. So minus minus once again cancels here. And shall I simplify this? 2 1s are 2, 3s are. So 3 by 1 is 3 by 1. This time also 3 by 1 is equals to 3 by 1. Let us see the third case, that is c1 by c2, 10 by 9. So 10 by 9 nowhere gets cancels. So 3 by 1 is equals to 3 by 1 but not equals to 10 by 9. So tell me, what is this condition? Of course, it's an inconsistent condition and lines are parallel. So here what is the answer? Lines are parallel. They are asking whether they are parallel or coincident. There parallel is the right answer. Now let's get into the last part of the question. This is like draw the graph of the equations x minus y is equals to minus 1 and 3x plus 2y is equals to 12. Determine the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle found by these lines and the x-axis and shade the triangle. Share the triangular region. So last time also I gave you the same thing. This time the solution is graphically depicted. Let's see. Now this graph is depicted. What they are asking, coordinates of the vertices of the triangle. When you plot the graph, one of the equations becomes the lines here. Another equation becomes the line here. These two lines intersect. These two lines intersect at this particular point. So here this point is one of the coordinates. Searching for the pen now. Okay. This is one of the coordinates and this is another coordinate and this third coordinate. So what your job is, you have two jobs to do here. First thing is identifying the vertices of the triangles. That is first, second, third vertices of a triangle. First one is what? So just let me take 2, 3. So 2, 3 is one of the vertices. Come back here. What is the what are the coordinates? Minus 1, 0. So minus 1, 0 is second coordinate. And go to the third one. It's obviously 4, 0. 4, 0 is the third coordinate. That never finishes your job. You require to have one more thing to do. What is that? Good. Shading of the triangle. You are supposed to take your pencil and need not to shade very dark, but simply if you dark this much in examination, that's good enough. So hopefully everyone have done this homework very well. Some of you have not done the homework. Then rewind the video and see where your doubt is and check the homework and we'll start today's lesson. Ready? Today's method. If you remember, in first slide itself I have given algebraic method of solutions. So what are the different methods of algebraic method? First one is, I think you cannot see this, fonts are very small, substitution method. Second one is elimination method. Third one is cross multiplication method. You may be wondering whether this teacher is teaching the mathematics or teaching the sports class. Of course, I'm combining both so that you can easily understand. Look at here, substitution method. Either you play the game of volleyball, basketball, football. What happens when a player is hurt? What happens when player is tired? Then what you will do? You substitute that player with another player. So then you exchange the players. So this technique is called substitution method. Here in math also what we do, instead of y we replace the x value, instead of x we replace the y value. That is the reason we call that method as substitution method. Come back to elimination method. Red card. You know red card, what red card is. The moment red card has come, player is out of the game for several games. He cannot play. Here also I wanted to get rid of one of the variables, either x or y, completely so that I can find the other's value. We'll discuss about that. Cross multiplication method. This is more about the strategy. In a game, so defenders where they have to stand and how to tackle the ball, they'll have a plan, right? Similarly, when sum comes, the moment we have a strategy, a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, and then we manipulate few of the things and keep our formula ready, then we can solve the equations very easily. So these are the three standard methods of algebra. Now let's go to the practically how do we solve using these three methods. First one is substitution method. Second one is elimination method. Third one is cross multiplication method. Let's start the methods. First one, substitution method. As I said, This substitution method is the method where you substitute one of the values of x in terms of y or y in terms of x. What it means? Let's slowly understand. Simple equation I've taken. First one is, let me also change a little color of this one. X plus y is equals to 14, x minus y is equals to 4. These are the two different equations you have. Now, I need to find x and y value using these two. What am I doing? Carefully observe. Here, y is equals to 14 minus x. Tell me what did I do? I took the same equation and I kept the y as such without changing anything in LHS, and is equals to sign I am retaining as such without changing anything. 14 is also in the same place RHS as such. Tell me what did I do? Yes, it is very simple. I transposed plus x to that side, it has become minus x. So I got an equation. So this is what I call it as equation number 1. So y is equals to 14 minus x. Now I call this as y in terms of x. That is, y I am calculating in terms of x. Are you understanding? So now I got y in terms of x is equals to y is equals to 14 minus x. This is the equation which I substitute in other equation to find my solution. So let us take the second one. X minus y is equals to 4. So x is as such, x here, right? Minus as such, minus here, no change. Here y is there, no? That particular y value is what? 14 minus x. So I substitute this y value from here, 14 minus x, that is equals to 4. That is equals to 4. This same 4 is also same 4, did not change. What did I do? Just I substituted the y value in the place of y I got the x. That's it. Now see, x remains as such, minus remains as such, 14 minus x also. So here you should be careful. Before the bracket, if you have a minus n, what happens? Minus becomes plus, plus becomes minus. So minus into 14, plus 14 is equals to minus 14, minus of minus x is equals to plus x. That is equals to 4. Now you check. Now I got x plus x. What is x plus x? It is 2x. And then minus 14, if I transpose that side, it will become plus 14. I have 4 here. So 14 plus 4 is equals to 18. 14 plus 4 is equals to 14 plus 4 is equals to 18. So 2x is equals to 18. Let us take the equation that side. 2x is equals to 18. So now x is equals to what? 18 remains as such. 2 is multiplied here. It will go to the denominator and by 2 it will become x is equals to 18 by 2. Cancel now. 2 1s are, 2 9s are. What is the answer? Obviously x is equals to 9. I repeat very quickly. This time you catch me fast. So let me erase all the things about what I've written. Look into, this is the first equation, this is the second equation that I got. First step, what did I do in elimination, substitution method? I substituted one of the values into another equation. Which equation I've taken? This. X plus y is equals to 14. Y is equals to 14 I kept as such, x I transposed, so y is equals to 14 minus x. This I made use of in this equation. So x minus y is equals to 4, x minus y place, I substituted the whole value, 14 minus x is equals to 4. Then I started opening the bracket, simplified, I got the value of x, 9. I think you got it. It's simple it is. Now take this and put it in the place of any one of the equations of the x and then find the y value. Tell me what I did do on substituting x is equals to 9 in equation number 1. This is my equation number 1. So y is equals to 14 minus x. Y is equals to 14 minus x. What did I do? X value I substituted. 14 minus 9 is equals to 5. Y is equals to 5. Did you get it? So simple it is. So now the method is, hence x is equals to 9, y is equals to 5 are the solutions. This is what one of the simplest sums. But don't think that every day is Sunday. You're going to get little difficult problems and then you have to handle them. So let's see what comes in next slide. Substitution method is a page 2. I'm just taking little scary things. Some of the times, most of the times, students when they see these fractions and decimals and square root numbers, they'll get scared. First I'll tell you, the moment you are scared, you will never be able to solve it. Never get scared. See the technique, see the twist where you have to catch the thing to make it easy. Okay, let's go back. My pen is ready. Okay, I'll take some blue in color. That is much better color. Now, this is first equation, this is second equation. I am not going to change any rule from last sum to this sum, but you have to understand what I am doing. Slowly I go, catch me. Here, what did I do here? What am I doing here? I am not comfortable at all by seeing the fractions divided by 3, divided by 2, divided by 3. I don't want to get that equations at all. Then what should I do? You just imagine what is the LCM of 2 and 3? What is LCM? Obviously 6. Take 6 and multiply whole equation, including LHS and RHS, whole equation you multiply by 6. Then somehow it cancels and you will get a plain equation. Even in second equation, what is the LCM here? Yes, of course 3. Multiply the whole equation by 3. I repeat, I go slow. Remember, this case, if you want to get rid of the denominator numbers, you have to find the LCM of the denominator numbers. 2 and 3's LCM is 6. Multiply the whole equation by 6. Here I have only 3. Multiply the whole equation by 3. See, let us see what happens. Now, 6 into x is equals to 6x, and 6 into 2y is equals to 12y, and 6 into minus 1 is equals to minus 6. Finished. And this side you come. 3 into x is 3x. 3 into y is equals to minus here, minus 3y by 3 as such. 3 3s are 9. Is it simple? I insist you have to understand this very clearly, otherwise you will not be able to understand this thing. Okay, remember this, you have to really understand this very clearly. Now what you have to do, find the LCM, multiply the whole equation. Find the LCM, multiply the whole equation. After doing that, see now what happens. 2 1s are, 2 3s are. You can cancel. 3 1s are, 3 4s are. You can cancel. And the moment you come here, 3 cancels with 3. Now these devilish equations, I'm sorry to use that word, but scary equations becomes very easy. Let's look back. Now what this has become, 3x, just that's it, no denominator. It has become 3x. And this has become 4y. And this has become minus 6. Here 3x remains as such, and 3 3 cancelled, only minus y remains, and here 9. See now, the moment you are asked to handle these two equations, it is a different thing. You are asked to handle these two equations, it is a different question altogether. So what is the technique I am using here? Observe carefully. The moment you get a fraction, take the LCM, multiply the whole equation. Are you comfortable? Then you get such a simple equation. Solving these equations, we'll see further. So what is my first equation? 3x plus 4y is equals to 6. 3x minus y is equals to 9. What am I trying to do here? I am just going to use the substitution technique once again. Minus 1 y is there. If it is in LHS, if I transpose it to RHS, what happens to y? Minus y becomes plus y. 3x remains in LHS 3x. Bring this 9 back to LHS, plus 9 becomes minus 9. So it is 3x minus 9. Y is equals to 3x minus 9. Or 3x minus 9 is equals to y. Both are same. Now, I use this 9 is equals to 3x minus 9, y is equals to 3x minus 9 in the place of y in this equation to solve it. See now, 3x as such 3x, 4 as such 4, minus 6 as such minus 6. Only in the place of y, I am substituting the value of 3x minus 9. See the method? Substitution method. I am substituting. Okay, y is equals to 3x minus 9. I bring y is equals to 3x minus 9. Now, we'll go that side. 4 3s are 12. 4 3s are 12. And 4 9s are 36. 4 9s are 36. And I don't have minus sign in front of the bracket. I don't require to worry. I can just write the terms as such. So now what happens? 3x plus 12x minus 36. See, 3x plus, this is 4 3s are 12x minus 36. I wrote the same thing here. It's like basic addition. What is 3 plus 12 is equals to? 3 plus 12 is equals to 15. I got 15x directly. 15x. Then is equals to sign I keep as it is. Minus 6 also I keep as it is. Minus 36 I keep other side. You may ask, we'll get confused sometime. What to transpose, what not to transpose. Why are you transposing? Simple rule is very simple. All the x terms you keep one side. All other numbers you transpose to other side so that you get the value of x. When you transpose minus 36, it has become plus 36. 36 minus 6 is equals to 30. But you cannot get rid of this 15 in first step itself. So let's come back. 15x is equals to 30. 15x is equals to 30. And x is equals to 30 multiplying 15 goes to denominator. So then 15 ones are 15 twos are. So x is equals to 2. Finished. You got the answer. So very complicated sum. Answer is equals to x is equals to 2. That is not the end of it. You are supposed to find the y value also. We'll substitute in one of the equations. Take one of the equations. What y stands for? Actually, what is y? Y is equals to 3x minus 9. So I'll take y is equals to 3x minus 9. Here that implies y is equals to 3 into x value, 2 minus 9. 3 2s are 6. 6 minus 9. 6 minus 9 is obviously negative 3. So y is equals to 3. So now I got x is equals to 2, y is equals to minus 3 are the solutions of these equations. Are you comfortable? Is that okay? Should I repeat anymore? Good. I'll go to the next slide. Here, little more thing that most of the time students will be getting scared of. The moment they see square root in a sum, many students, not everybody, not the intelligent students, many students will get scared of how do I solve this square root equations. I'll tell you, fun of solving it is more better than the fun of solving other equations. Let's start. So this is my first equation. This is my, sorry, I'll catch my pen once. Okay. Root 2, these are my two equations. What I'll ask you is, never get scared of any numbers that appears. Rule is rule, just follow the mathematics rule. So what you have, root 2x plus root 3y is equals to 0, root 3x minus root 8y is equals to 0. If you look into, I've taken very simple example so that you can understand very easily. Come back. Here, tell me the transition between here and here from last example. Yes, correct. What did I do here? Root 3y I kept as such, root 3y did not change anything, is equals to 0, is equals to 0, everything I kept as such. Root 2x I transposed to other side minus root 2x. Nothing changed, simple it is, like last sum. Come back here. Now what I am doing this side, if you check, y is as it is y. I don't want root 3 here, root 3 is a coefficient, is multiplying here, it should divide that side. So y is equals to 0 minus are one and the same. So root 2x by, see, root 2x by root 3. So y is equals to root x by root 3. I got y value. Guess what I'll do next? The moment I get y value in one equation, always I go and substitute that value in another equation. Come back, take another equation, see what is the second equation. Root 3x minus 8 root y, root 8y is equals to 0. This is the equation. In that, root 3x minus root 8, in the place of y, what did I do? That's it, minus root 2 by root 3 into x is equals to 0. Come what may, maybe a smaller number, bigger number, complicated, simple, write as such, don't get scared of. The moment you come here, that's it, you got this. Now what is your intention? You don't want to get into any further details than getting only the value of x here, because you got x here also, you got x here also. First job what you think is, take the x common. So now take the x, before taking x common, you cannot take x common because it's getting multiplied. So then what you do, multiply f, 8 2s are root 8 into root 2, 8 2s are 16, minus of minus will become plus. Careful, see, minus of minus will become plus here, that you remember, and 8 2s are 16, and you also know what is root 16. Root 16 is, of course, 4 by root 3. So we'll go for there. Now root 3x, as such root 3x, root 16 is 4 by root 3, so 4 by root 3 times x is equals to 0. That is the equation that I got here. Now here what I do, I'm going to take x common. So this x and this x will be taken out as a common. What remains here is root 3 plus 4 by root 3, that is equals to 0. It's a cakewalk from here, because the whole number, whatever real numbers are there, in a one single bracket they are. X is different and 0 is different. So now what I'll do, x is equals to 0 over all these values as such I put. I don't simplify, I don't take LCM, I don't do anything, because I know pretty much sure that 0 by anything is 0. So then what I'll do, x is equals to 0 by whole thing. So 0 by anything is 0, hence x value is 0. Simple. So very complicated it looks, but answer is x is equals to 0. Now x is equals to 0 should be substituted somewhere to get the y value. What is y value? You know y is here. This is y. So let us take y is equals to minus root 2 by root 3 into 0. Tell me what 0 multiplied by anything? 0. So whole thing. Therefore, y is equals to 0 because 0 multiplied by anything is 0, negative number, positive number, rational, irrational, real. Right. So now y is equals to 0. Hence, x is equals to 0, y is equals to 0. Remember, if I go back, I'll revise the things very little faster this time. First, I showed you very simple method of eliminating plus y minus y cancelling, getting some number. Sorry, not cancelling, substituting. And one of the simplest examples I showed. Second sum, my selection of second sum was getting rid of your fear with the fractional sums, so that you will not get scared of fractional sums. What you have to do here, take an LCM and multiply. That is the technique, remember. And third sum selection is, selection goes with irrational numbers like root numbers. Don't get scared of, use the same process and get the answer. More or less we have done with the substitution method. Did you understand substitution method now? That's all the substitution method is. We'll go to the next method, that is elimination method. So I said you what is the meaning of red card? Elimination method. I don't want this guy in my team. Every time he brings problem to our team, and if I remove that player, my team wins. So then I have to eliminate one, either x I have to eliminate or y I have to eliminate, so that I get the answer. So let's take the equation. So simple. Once again you observe, my pattern of taking first sum is always very easy, so that you can catch it in first look. So the equations goes x plus y is 15, x minus y is 7. Simplest equations. First you don't focus on the toughness of the sum, but focus on the concept of what method it is. So I'll write one over another. Say x plus y is 15, x minus y is equals to 7. Here you have two options, you know, from 9th standard itself. Either you use addition technique or subtraction technique, but eliminate one of the variables. Guess what is easy here? Addition. So I'll take addition here. I'll try adding both the equations. Plus y minus y cancels, you know it. Plus y cancels with the minus y. What remains? X is equals to 2x. 15 plus 7 is equals to 22. So now x is equals to 22 over 2. 2 ones are 2 11s are. Now what is x value? Hence, therefore x is equals to 11. Did you understand the ease of working with this method? Just you eliminated y and you got x to x is equals to 22, x is 11. So now the moment you get x is equals to 11, then this is the second equation, x minus y is equals to 7. Here, what is this method? Elimination method. In spite of elimination method, you are going to use the substitution. See this, what's the connection between the last and this technique. Here, what is the value of x? You discovered x value 7. You substitute the place of x, the value of x is, this value of x is equals to 11, substitute in the place of x. Minus y is equals to 7, and then transpose minus y, now plus 7 comes here, minus 7 it becomes, minus y goes that side and it will become plus y. So y is equals to 11 minus 7, that is equals to 4. One more quick revision and also important points to remember I'll tell. This method is called elimination method. I am intending to eliminate one fellow altogether. Whom I am eliminating this time is y. So I'll write, let me make it little clear here so that you can see the concept as such. So now x plus y is 15, x minus y is equals to 7, plus y minus y I cancel. I am adding this time, I am not subtracting. I can also subtract in case if it is required. And x plus x is 2x. 15 plus 7 is 22. X is 22 by 2, that is equals to x is 11. So good so far. This value I substitute in a second equation, that is x minus y is equals to 7. And I got x is equals to 11. So 11 minus y is 7. Minus 7 comes this side. Plus 7 becomes minus 7. Minus 5 becomes plus y. Y is equals to 4. That's it. Done? Simple? Getting? So x is equals to 11. Y is equals to 4. For the sake of examination, I have written this. So write in our notes or in exam, write this pattern. Hence, x is 11, comma, y is 4, full stop. Follow this method. It always helps you. Let's go to the same elimination method. You know pattern now. Easy to sum is over. Little more. Not a bouncer, little more difficult sum will come. So elimination method part 2. The given equations are, see, 3x minus 5y is equals to, Need to get used to these boards for some time. Okay. 3x minus 5y minus 4 is equals to 0 is first equation. 9x is equals to 2y plus 7 is another equation. The moment students look these two equations, red, whatever I highlighted in red are questions, and these are the part of solutions where I am making comfortable. But here, this equation is okay, 3x minus 5y minus 4 is equals to 0, ax plus bx plus c is equals to 0 form. Here it is 9x is equals to 2y plus 7. The moment any students looks into this, they'll get little scared of, oh, this may be very difficult sum, and how do I solve it? Simple, just don't get panic. Comfortably you do what you require to do. 9x keep as such, 2y in RHS it is plus 2y, bring it back to LHS it is minus 2y, leave the 7 as such, so 2x minus y is equals to 7. The moment you look at it, you are comfortable. So from scariness to comfortableness, only one transposal. Don't get scared of these kind of sums anytime in your textbook or examination, just transpose. Then what did you get? 3x minus 5y minus 4 is equals to 0. So 9x minus 2y is equals to 7. So that has been, this minus 4 got transposed, and I got 3x minus 5y is equals to 4. Now these are the set of, why did I call it as equation number 1 and 2? Because I am going to use them in different places, calling their numbers back. That is the reason I am doing this. So now this is my second equation, this is my, first equation and second equation. Now you know they are not matching. If I write one below another, 9x minus 3x if I write also, 6x remains. Or 5y is there, minus 5y. Here minus 2y, I cannot subtract, I cannot add. Even if I add, minus 3y remains. What is the way out? Remember, simplest technique. Last time I gave you, to get rid of fractions, multiply with the LCM. This time, just use one small technique. Either the value of x, or coefficient of x, or the coefficient of y, make it equal multiplying with one number, entire equation. So let's take this. So first one is 3x minus 5y is equals to 4. It's easy for me to multiply 3 3s are 9. Then 9x cancels. So that's all in mind. I'll repeat. Here I have 9x minus 2y is equals to 7. Here I have 3x minus 5y is equals to 4. If I multiply the whole equation with number 3, 3 3s are 9, 9x I get. So 9x I can subtract and make it 0. That is a whole technique. So what I will do, multiply the whole equation by 3. So on multiplying equation number 1 by 3 we get. You always get doubt, why should we multiply? Answer being very simple. What is this method? Elimination method. You wanted to eliminate one guy altogether. To eliminate, this guy is not going. So how do I drive him off? 3 3s are 9. If I make 9x, 9x minus 9x becomes 0. Then I don't have x term. I have y term, I can solve it. So what I am trying to do, see now I am on multiplying, just call it as equation number 1. Next, on multiplying equation number 1 by 3, we get, write this statement, 3 into 3x minus 5y is equals to 4. Just start multiplying. Now you have 3 3s are 9x, 3 5s are 15y, 3 4s are 12. I am slow enough? Okay. Now I got this equation 9x minus 15y minus is equals to 12. This actually is the what? Converted from equation number 1, I converted by multiplying with 3. You should get doubt. If you are not getting, or if you are already getting, I have a clarification here. Can we multiply equation by 3? Because they have not given. Is it still valid? Yes, it is valid. Why? You take a balance. You take a balance. What happens in the balance? The moment you are adding equal weights in either sides, then balance is still balanced. Will you accept? Here I am multiplying the whole equation by 3. Here also LHS I am multiplying by 3. RHS also I am multiplying by 3. So then ratio is not changed. So you don't require to worry. You can multiply with any number, but don't multiply only LHS or don't multiply only RHS. Both have to multiply. Did you get it? Now I multiply the whole equation by 3. Then what did I get? 3 3s are 9x, 3 5s are minus 15y, 3 4s are 12. Now what I am trying to do, my method is elimination. I have to get rid of 9x, 9x. I will let one below the other. So on subtracting equation number 3 from equation number 2. Which is equation number 3? This is equation number 3. From equation number 2. From equation number 2 means first what should I write? is equation number 2. Where is it? Here it is. 9x minus 2y is equals to 7. 9x minus 2y is equals to 7. That is my equation number 2. From that I should subtract what? Equation number 3. This is the one. 9x minus 15y is equals to 12. 9x minus 15y is equals to 12. The problem over here is both of them are positive. If I add 9 plus 9, 18x it will become. What is the technique here? Remember, my choice of sum last time is addition. My choice of sum here is subtraction. When I am subtracting, you know the rules from 9th. Change the signs of subtrahend. Plus 9x will become minus 9x, and minus 15y is equals to becomes plus 15y, plus 12 become minus 12. Then you know what happens when you add. Plus 9x minus 9x cancels. Plus 15 minus 2 is equals to plus 13. So 13y is equals to minus 12 plus 7 is equals to minus 5. This is where I get 13y is equals to minus 5. 13y is equals to minus 5. Now take this y you wanted, so keep the y as such. Minus 5 is in RHS. Just transpose this 13. You got it. You know what happens to this 13. So now y is equals to minus 5 by 13. You got y value. That you have to substitute in one of the ways. I said you, this is elimination method, still you will substitute and get the other value. Then you take this equation. Which equation you are going to use? You got already equation for y. What is that equation for x? Where is the equation for x? Search. Where is the equation for x? So you take first equation. Equation number 1. 3x minus 5y is equals to 4. Don't multiply, don't take the multiplied equation, take the simplest. That is 3x minus 5y is equals to 4. So 3x minus 5y is equals to 4. I have taken this. Did you understand? Now in the place of y, I substitute the value of 5 minus 5 by 13. Let's go to the next screen. Here you check, same thing. Let me check, let me compare. Minus into minus becomes what? Plus, no? Minus in 1 minute. So minus into minus becomes plus, you know, and 5 5s are 25, you know, divided by 13. So now this whole thing minus 5 into minus 5 by 13 will become plus 25 by 13. So the whole thing turned into plus 25 by 13. Now you see next slide, you'll understand. See, 3x plus 25 by 13 minus 4 is equals to 0. Okay. Now you come back solving this. What actually should happen here is LCM. 13 is there. 13 4s are 52. So 25 minus 52 if you take, then what will happen? 25 minus 52 is equals to minus 27. So 3x minus 27 by 13 is equals to 0. And now you transpose this minus 27 by 13 that side. So 3x is equals to 3x is equals to 27 by 13 minus converts into plus. So now 3x is equals to 27 by 13. X is equals to, transpose this 3 also. Then cancel. 3 1s are 3 9s are. So 9 by 13. So x is equals to 9 by 13 is the answer. The moment you got x is equals to 9 by 13, you know how to find the value of y. No, actually you discovered the value of the phi. See in last line. What is the value of y here? Check. What is the value of y here? You got minus 5 by 13. And go to the next slide. What is the value of x here? X is equals to, you discovered 9 by 13. So hence x is equals to 9 by 13. Y is equals to minus 5 by 13. Comfortable? Good. We'll go to the next sum. This is actually some special case. I chose this sum specially for you. Anytime in examination, if this sum appears, you'll really get scared because the numbers are big. Let me show you the numbers what they've given. The numbers what they've given is like 37x plus 43y is equals to 123. See the magnitude of the numbers. And 43x plus 37y is equals to 170. Seeing the numbers itself, heartbeat stops for some of the students. But there is a way to make that complicated statement into sentences, set of sentences into very simple. Let's take the technique. This technique is actually a special technique. It's a special case. I gave it for you. It's always there in CBSE, but I'm giving it for you so that you can also deal with this case. Whenever you see this pattern, what is this pattern? 37 x coefficient, 37 y coefficient are interchanging. 43 y coefficient and 43x coefficient, they are interchanging. Use this technique always. How to use this technique? Adding equation number 1 and 2, you get one thing. Subtracting equation number 1 and 2, you get another thing. At the end, what you get is so very simple equations. Let us try doing this. First one is adding equation number 1 and 2. This is equation number 1, 2 when I add. So what I get? 37 plus 43. 37x plus 43x, I take x common, plus 43 plus 37. 43 plus y plus 37y, I take y common, is equals to 123 plus 170. 123 plus 170. Getting? Now you add, what is the sum of, let me pull this off. What is the sum of 37 and 43? 80. What is the sum of 43 plus 37? 80. So 80x plus 80y is equals to 240. 80x plus 80y is equals to 240. Don't stop here. It's further simplify it further. What happens? You pull out the 80 as a common thing. X plus y is equals to 240. Let me go slowly. Pull out the 80 as common. X plus y is equals to 240. Now you transpose this 8 to other side. See that side. So now x plus y is equals to 240 remains in numerator. 80 has come down to denominator. So you know, obviously, if you don't know how to cancel with 80, 0, 0 you cancel, 8 ones are, 8 how many is it? 24. 3s are 24. So now this equation is such an equation, you got x plus y is equals to 3. This is what your equation number 3. See this complexity of this equation, how much you simplified. There is only one equation you got. On subtracting, you are going to get another equation. Let's go and do subtraction. So when you are subtracting, equation number 1 from 2 or 2 from anything you can do, but I have taken 1 from 2. Then what will happen? If you are subtracting 1 from 2, what will happen? 43x minus 37x. 43x minus 37x, x common taken, plus 37 minus 43. So 37y minus 43y and taken y common is equals to 117 minus 123. So when I subtract, I get 6x. Of course, difference is 6. And here also minus 6 I get because positive number is small, negative number is big, I get minus 6y. And difference is minus 6. Always they give this kind of simple equations. You know what to do. You are getting already are seeing it. Take 6 common. When 6 is taken common out, x minus y remains is equals to minus 6. You know what to do. When you transpose this 6 to other side, 6 cancels. Minus 1. Check the answer. I am not solving this sum for sure because I am giving you the technique of converting this complex set of equations to simple set of equations. So first set of equation is what? X plus y is equals to 3. X plus y is equals to 3. Convert it back to that. And what is the second equation? X minus y is equals to 1. Minus 1. X minus y is equals to minus 1. Then solving of that equations. Okay, let me solve it off. Let me take. What you got? X plus y is equals to 3. And then x minus y is equals to minus 1. Tell me what should I do? Of course, addition. Let's add. Minus 5 plus 5 cancels. 2x is equals to, when I add, what is this? It's a 2. X is equals to 2 by 2 is equals to 1. The moment x is equals to 1, you know how to do, what to do with the other number. So substitute in one of the numbers and get the answer. Is it simple? That's how. My intention is not to solve that simple equation. My intention or my focus is to make you understand these complex numbers. The moment coefficient of x and y are interchanging, use this technique. Let's go to the next sum. Okay, method of cross multiplication. This is one of the beautiful methods. I said you, the strategy of the players, where they stand, wherever they are standing and how do we tackle that, all that is discussed here. So now, in first lesson, in first class, I gave you the general form of linear equations. So now, linear equations in two variables. What is the general form? a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0 are the general forms of linear equations in two variables, and that's how I gave the first and second equations. Now, what did we do in elimination method? We multiplied with some number to get rid of some number. Here also I am doing the same thing, observe. I wanted to eliminate y here. I wanted to get only x value. So what is the coefficient of y here is b1. What is the coefficient of y here is b2. I should multiply. I am planning to multiply this whole equation by, guess what? b2. and I am planning to multiply this whole equation by what? b1. By doing that, what will happen? Let's look into. Now it will become b1 b2 y. This also become b1 b2 y. I can cancel subtracting and I get the value of x. That simple is the technique. Now let us start doing this. So multiplying equation number 1 by b2. Multiplying equation number 1 by b2. After multiplying, what I'll get? See, a1 b2, a1 b2, a1 b2x, a1 b2x plus, as it is plus. Next is b1 b2y. So b1 b2y. Then c1 b2. See, c1 b2 is equals to 0. Now, and after doing that, what else I am trying to do? I am multiplying this one, second equation, this next equation by b1. See, when I multiply a2 b1, a2 multiplies with b1, a2 b1x, and then b1 b2y, b1 b2y or b2 b1y, 3 2s are 6 or 6 2 3s are 6. We can multiply in any order, you know it. So then b1 b2y or b2 b1y plus what? b1 c2 plus c2 b1. Now the moment I subtract, what happens? Let us see. On subtracting the whole thing, these two numbers should cancel with each other. Let me take the minus sign here. Let me take the minus sign here. Let me take the minus sign here when I am subtracting. Tell me what happens. This is plus b1 b2y. This is minus b1 b2y. They cancels with each other. Whatever remains is the value of x. Now let us look into the value of x. What I get as a value of x is equals to, now after I change the signs, I am going to add. When I add, what I'll get? a1 b2 x, a2 b1 x. So then a1 b2 x minus a2 b1 x, but I took the x common, and what remains here is, this is actually c1 b2 c2 b1. I need to transpose into the other part of the equation to get it into the other side. So when I transpose, what c1 b2 will become? Plus c1 b2 will become minus c1 b2. When I transpose this c2 b1, what it will become? Minus c2 b1. But remember, we already changed the sign into minus. When I are transposing that side, it will become plus. Got it? So then what do I get? So now I get b1 c2 minus b2 c1. Now the value of x becomes, look into this, the value of x becomes b1 c2 minus b2 c1, b1 c2 minus b2 c1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Don't get lot of tension. It's only derivation part. This derivation part is not going to appear in your examination. I am just deriving for your understanding. I am going to give you the shortcut method of remembering all this formulae. Just let's finish that particular thing also. Now come back here. Multiplying second equation by a1 and equation number 1 by a2. I do this time reverse. So I wanted to eliminate the x now. So what I should multiply? Already a1 is there, whole equation I multiply by a2. Already a2 is there here, I'll multiply the whole equation by a1. Then what I'll get? a1 a2x, here also a1 a2x, so a1 a2x, a1 a2x, and then remaining numbers as they multiplied, you get the same numbers here. And my focus is only on this particular first terms elimination. What I do? I have to subtract, obviously I cannot add them. This symbol will become negative, this also will become negative, and obviously this also will become negative. Guess what happens? a1 a2x, a1 a2 minus a1 a2x cancels with each other. What did I eliminate this time? X, of course. What did I get this time? Y. Now look into this particular part. Now if I transpose this one, this will become minus c2 a1, and if I transpose, is already minus, it will become plus c1 a2. Now what I am trying to do? So I write this subtraction b2 a1 minus b1 a2, then y I have taken common, and these two numbers, no, positive I will write first, and then negative consecutively I write next. Then if I write an equation, y is equals to c1 a2 minus c2 a1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So this is the derivation part. So finally what you should remember is only these two equations. What is the value of x in terms of coefficients? What is the value of y in terms of coefficients? So now to remember this, in next slide I am going to make you very, very comfortable, or here itself you can try. When the moment you are asked to find the x, don't take a. Next to a is b. So BC you write. And always in denominator AB you can write. Always see AB. In denominators of x and y you write AB. Okay. So a is over with x. So BC and CA you write. Further goes very simple. What is that? 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1. Done. All this complex understanding in one shot. Done. So very easy it is to remember from here on. Let's go and see the cross multiplication method. Here, this is the general thing. Always you get in your textbook also. So they'll ask you to remember this particular formula, and you need to write in your notes, and you need to write in your examinations and write in a corner and substitute the values and get the sum solved. So let's look into this particular thing. X by y by 1 by you have to write. After writing that, as I said, bx constant follows with AB, x follows with BC, y follows with CA, and you know the pattern of 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1. This is for only sake of what? Easy to memorize technique it is. It is not the process at all. It is the easy technique. Process I will tell. So you have to write x here, you have to write y here, you have to write 1 here. After writing that, then what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to do B1 BCAB. So A you should not write first, B followed by C followed by A followed by B. So same thing, B C A B you write. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 you write. Is it simple? After writing that, you have got a down arrow, you have got a up arrow, down arrow, up arrow, down arrow, up arrow. Why these arrows? What am I doing with these arrows? Simple, look at here. B1 C2 I should multiply. Say B1 C2 I multiplied minus B2 C1 finish. Now let me get this formula. Even if you forget all this pattern also, just by writing this you can get your mathematical formula. So y, if you look into the y, C1A2, so C1A2 minus C2A1. Come back to last one. A1B2 minus A2B1. Are you understanding? Is it not so very simple to remember the complex formula? I am going to give one more beautiful hint. Step back with me. You got some of the equations like 2x plus 3y minus 7 is equals to 0. Or randomly I am writing, don't take it seriously. 3x plus 5y minus 9 is equals to, or plus 9 is equals to 0. So these are the two different equations you got. They are all in standard form. What is that? Ax plus by plus c, ax plus by plus c form, they are all. That time you can write this x, y and 1. By chance, if you get the formulas like you get, this is not the way you get. I'm going to get, maybe I erase this. This is not the way you are getting. You are getting the equation like this. 2x plus 3y is equals to 6 and 7x minus 9y is equals to minus 7. Whatever numbers, you are getting these numbers right. The moment you are getting these kind of numbers, can you use the same number 6 and 7 in the place of this one C1 and C2? No, you cannot. Then you will not get a correct answer. So in earlier CBSE textbooks or NCERT textbooks, the technique is given. Even it is transposed to other side. You can use the same formula and same setting just by making only one change. What is that change? Instead of 1 here, you just write minus 1 here. That's it. So just you have to write minus 1 here. Instead of 1, you have to write minus 1. And here you can directly take C1, C2 values as such. This trick is very, very helpful when you are solving the sums. Let's go to the sums of cross multiplication. So this is the first sum. Is it not looking so very huge? Is it so? So but you see that this formula, this substitution, first step, second step, third step is the answer. So very easy it is. That is the reason we follow this method to solve the complex sums or big sums. And then first thing is a formula, second thing is substitution, third, next is 1, 2, third step is answer. That's it. So let's look into. So you know now this formula. Last time only, in the last slide only I just made you by heart. X comes BC, BC. Y comes CA, CA. 1 comes AB, AB. Simple it is. Now what you do, 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 and you write, finish, your formula is done. Then you just write x divided by, I gave you in first class itself, that means last video. Now I'll revise once again. What is this? If you are taking this as A1, this is B1, this is C1, this is, tell me, very good, A2, B2 and C2. These are the values that you are corresponding to. Just pull that values down and put it into this formula. Now x divided by B1 C2, where is B1? Of course B1 is here, 5 into C2, where is C2? Here it is, 5 minus 4, correct? Sorry, 5 into minus 4, because this is a C case, either any one of the negative case of the coefficient of any one of the x or y or constant has negative number, you have to take as such. Here, what is C2 value? C2 value is not C2, C2 value is minus 4. So then 5 into minus 4, then what you have here, minus sign, B2 C1. What is B2? B2 is plus 2 multiplied. What is C1? C1 is here, minus 9, minus 9. So here also C1 A2. C1 is what? Minus 9 into A2. A2 is what? 3. I've taken 3 minus as such. And then C2 A1. Wait, what is C2? Minus 4 into A1. What is A1? 8. Take 8 as such. Is equals to 1 by A1 B2. What is A1? A1 is 8 and then B2 is 2. So 8 into 2 minus A2 B1. What is A2? 3. B1 is 5. So 3 into 5. Now it is like such a simple thing that you should never forget the DEMAS rule. First operation is multiplication, next is only subtraction. That you should follow. But 4th, 5th standard kid also can solve this off. Let's look into. So now 5 4s are 20, it's minus 20. Minus comes as such. 2 9s are 18, minus 18. And 9 3s are 27, minus 27. 4 8s are 32, minus 32. 8 2s are 16, 3 5s are 15. Yes, we simplified only one part. Next part, what we are trying to do is minus 20. Now here you have minus of minus 18. Minus of minus 8 will become plus 18 in next step. And here minus 27. And then minus of minus 32. And here 16 minus 15. Let's come back to the next step. So now what do you have? You have got minus 20 and plus 18. Minus into minus plus 18. Minus 20 here and plus 18. What is the answer? Of course it's minus 2. And here you have minus 27 and minus of minus plus 32. So 27 minus and 32 is positive. What is the answer? Of course it's a 5. Okay. Now 16 minus 15 is 1. So let me take you back. Formalize B1 C, BC BC, CA CA, AB AB, 1 2 2 1, 1 2 2 1, 1 2 2 1, 1 2 2 1. Bring back the numbers. Simple multiplication, subtraction, addition. And here where you have reached. Now getting the answer is almost in seconds. What you have to compare? Always you have to compare the first one, anyone, either x thing or y thing with a constant. So now I compare the x by minus 2 is equals to 1 by 1. So here I have written x by minus 2 is equals to 1 by 1. Simple cross multiplication method. X ones are x. Minus 2 into 1 is equals to minus 2. So x value is equals to minus 2. Finish. That's what my answer is. Got it. I got the answer. Come back this side. Cross multiply. These two things you have to compare. I've taken separately. Y by 5 is equals to 1 by 1. Cross multiply. Y ones are y. 5 ones are 5. Y is equals to 5. Finished. That's all it is. See now, complexity, how much it is reduced. Just I am writing formula, that too very simple. BC BC, CA CA, AB AB, 1 2 2 1, 1 2 2 1, 1 2 2 1. I got my formula. Substituted some numbers, simple multiplication, subtraction or addition, and finally this is compared with this is compared with this. Then equating that, I get an answer. Now tell me how simple this cross multiplication method is. Finding it comfortable? But you don't find it comfortable in first sum. Few more sums, 1 or 2 more sums will make you comfortable. Let's go to the next sum. Here, the one more case, what I am referring you is decimal case. The moment some of the students are haters of decimals, fractions, irrational numbers. So now the decimals have come. What actually has come now is like you got 0.2x plus 0.3y is equals to 1.3, 0.4x plus 0.5 is equals to 2.3. Raise your hands, how many of you hate the decimals? don't hate. There is a technique. You don't require to work with the decimals. What we try to do is we just convert the decimals into our own normal natural numbers. What do we do? Just these decimals, the moment you see the decimals, multiply the whole equation by 10 or whatever may be the case. If it is only 2x, 0.3x, 0.2x, otherwise if it is like 0.23x or 0.475y, in this case you have to multiply the whole equation by 100. In this case you have to multiply the whole equation by 1000, whatever may be the case, but you don't get these kind of cases, you get usually these cases in class 10th level. So you just multiply the whole equation by 10 here and whole equation by 10 here. Let's try solving them. Now I just take this first equation and multiply by 10. You know 0.2 into 10 is 2, 0.3 into 10 is 3, minus 1.3 into 10 is minus 13, and here also multiply the same thing. 0.4 into 10 is 4, 0.5 into 10 is 5, minus 2.3 into 10 is 23, finished. Now I am asking you, do you have any decimals here? You don't require to hate this sum anymore. Though they have given in decimals, you converted it back to your own comfort just by multiplying 10 in this case. Now what is the case here? 2x plus 3y minus 13 is equal to 0, 4x plus 5y minus 23 is equal to 0. You got the equations. You know what is A1, A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. You know the formula BC, BC, CA, CA, AB, AB, 1 to 2, 1, 1 to 2, 1, 1 to 2, 1, minus, 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 finished. You got your formula. Then pull down the values and put it here, and then come back and simplify and get your x value and get your y value. Let's go. Don't worry. I'm not going to skip. I'll give the explanation. Let's see. Now this is A1, right? This is A2, B1, this is C1, this is A2, this is B2, and this is C2. Be comfortable. Keep watching. What is the formula? B1, C2. What is B1? 3. 3 into C2. What is C2? Minus 23 into minus 23. Then what do we got? Minus. What is that? B2? C1. What is B2? B2 is now 5. And what is C1? Check C1. C1 is minus 13. Similarly, C1 A2. C1 minus 13 into A2 4 minus C2 minus 23. A1 2 is equals to A1 B2. A1 2 into B2 5. A2 B1. A2 4 into B1 3. Now simple multiplication, you know 23 3s are 69, plus into minus is minus, you got this, and here you what you got sorry, this is not the thing that I'm supposed to okay, then this side after what is that, 23 3s are 69, and here I've got minus sign, so I should multiply these two numbers together now. Okay, so 13 5s are 65, 5 is positive, 13 is negative, so I get what I'll get, minus 65 I get. But minus 65, in front of the bracket I have another minus, minus of minus will become plus 65. Okay, so come back to this side. So now 13 4s are 52, that is minus 52, and minus of minus becomes plus, 23 2s are 46. Come here, 2 5s are 10, 4 3s are 12. So very simple here. Then when I simplify, minus 69 plus 65 gives minus 4. Here minus 52 plus 46 gives me difference of 6. It's 1 by minus 2. You know now you have to compare these two people first, then compare these two people next. When you compare these two people first, look into these two people. X by minus 4 by 1 by minus 2. Then cross product. Minus 2x is equals to minus 4. Instead of that I ask you, keep the x as such. Don't even multiply, only transpose the denominator of x to the other side. What you will get, x is equals to minus 4 goes that side, minus minus cancels, 2 1s are 2 2s are. So x is equals to 2 is your first solution. Now you compare the second one and third one, these two things, and then y by minus 6 is equals to 1 by minus 2. So you know what happens, this minus 6 goes that side, and then y is equals to minus 6 by 2, minus minus cancels, 2 1s are 2 3s are. So the answer is y is equals to 3. So x is equals to 2, y is equals to 3 are the solutions. Got little scared the moment you have seen the decimals. Technique is very simple, multiply by 10, you get normal equations, use the same formula and simplify. That's how you're going to get the answer. In this slide, this is a separate sum where actually many students get doubt like how do I find the value of k? They get scared of such a simple thing. Let me explain it very quickly but very easily. The question being, for which value of k will the following pair of linear equations have no solution? So, you know by now you know what is the condition for no solution. What is the condition for no solution? The moment you are getting no solution, then it should be a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is not equals to c1 by c2. This condition you should remember. So, taking that condition, you just have to substitute the values. So, a1 by a2. So, 3 by this whole thing is a2 now, remember. So, 3 by a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2. b1 is 1 here, b2 is k minus 1. So, b1 by b2 is not equals to c1 by c2. c1 here is 1 divided by 2k plus 1. When I take this, just these two I compare and cross product and get my answer. See how simple it is. 3 into k minus 1. So, 3 into k minus 1 if I multiply, 3 into k is 3 into k minus 1 and then here 2k minus 1 into 1, 2k minus 1 into 1. When I compare, 3 into k is equals to 3k and 3 into 1 is equals to minus 3 here is equals to 2k minus 1. Now, let us take 3k minus 2k. You take 3k minus 2k, 3k minus 2k. So, minus 3 if you transpose that side is equals to plus 3 and here you have minus 1. See how simple it is. What is 3k minus 2k is equals to? It's 1k. So, k, therefore k is equals to 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. So, k is equals to 2. I repeat it once again very fast, understand it, very simple thing it is. So, a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is not equals to c1 by c2. So, write a1 by a2 b1 by b2. Don't worry about c1 by c2 at all. After writing them, you just cross product 3 into k minus 1, 3 into k minus 1 is equals to 2k minus 1 into 1, 2k minus 1 into 1, multiply 3 into k is equals to 3k and 3 into 1 is equals to 3, 3 into 1 is equals to 3 that you transposed, 3 into 1 is equals to 3 here and then 2k minus 1. Now, 3k minus 2k is equals to k and minus 3 if you transpose that side it is 3 plus 3 minus 1 is equals to 2, k is equals to 2. So, k is equals to 2 is the answer. Did you get it? So, whenever you get in examination, find the value of the k, never get scared of. So simple it is. Shall we go to the next slide? Sairam, in this case, this particular sum is selected to make you comfortable to calculate the values of m and n. In this sum, it is given m and n, and some of the sums they might have given a and b, and they ask you to find which of the following system of equations, linear equations, has the infinitely many solutions. So, you have to find the values if the solutions are infinity. So, you take the condition of infinity solutions, a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2, then write down. So, a1 by a2 3 by m plus n and b1 by b2 here 4y by 2 times m minus n into y. So, what happens here? 2 1s are 2 2s are. So, 2y. So, then here y also cancels. Then what you got? 2 by m minus n, 2 by m minus n, that is equals to 12 by 5m minus 1. So, 12 divided by 5m minus 1. So, this is what the equivalent to a1 by a2 by is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2. Now, in this what I will do, I am comparing first and second. 3 by m plus n is equals to 2 by m minus n. When I take these two numbers, that is one set of condition. Second set of condition is this and the next one, 2 by m minus 1 and 12 by 5m minus 1. When I come back here, look, when I am cross multiplying, cross producting, 3 into m is equals to 3m, 3 into n is equals to minus 3n is equals to 2 into m is equals to 2m, 2 into n is equals to 2n. So, I got this equation. Then what I do, I have to transpose and get it simplified further. So, 3m, here I will take this particular 3m, I subtract this minus 2m bring it to LHS, that is equals to what I have here. Otherwise take a minus 3n, I keep as such, and then minus 2n as bring it to LHS, that is equals to 0. Simplify now. 3m minus 2m is equals to m. So minus 3n minus 2n becomes minus 5. M minus 5n is equals to 0. I get this equation. But I require to know what is the relation between m and n. What I will do, m is equals to minus 5n, go that side, m is equals to 5n, I get till here. Go and solve to that side. Here you have got comparing these two things. When I compare 2 5s are 10m and 2 1s are minus 2 is equals to 12 into m is equals to 12m, 12 into minus n is equals to minus 12n. Here what I am trying to do here is, I will take this 12m first and transpose this 10m which is positive here becomes negative that side, minus 10m. Then whatever I have here minus 12n, and I have minus 2 transposing that side will become plus 2 is equals to 0. What I try to do now is, I am seeing some common, I will try taking the common out. When I take common out, what I got, 2 6 are 12, 2 5s are 10, and here 2 6 are 12 and 2 1s are 2. So then what is my simplified equation? 6m minus 5m is equals to only 1m, correct. So now minus 6n, so I will write minus 6n, and here I have got plus 1, that is equals to 0. What happened to this 2, which is a number which is taken common, it is actually multiplying this side. When I transpose it to other side, it will become dividing, and 0 by anything is 0, hence the whole equation becomes this. So what is my new equation now? M minus 6n plus 1 is equals to 0. So m minus 6n plus 1 is equals to 0. Now what I will do, I want to find what is the value of m here. So m is equals to, I transpose minus 6n become plus 6n and plus 1 will become minus 1. So I get this equation. Now if you compare here, I got the m value, and in terms of n, m is equals to 5n. So what I will try to do here now is check. So 5n is equals to m, but m value I got here. What is the m value? M is equals to 6n minus 1. M is equals to 6n minus 1. So from this what I will do, 6n here, and when I transpose 5n from LHS to RHS, it will become minus 5n. So 6n minus 5n is equals to, transpose this one to other side, plus 1. Hence what happens? N is equals to 1. That's how I get n is equals to 1. The moment n is equals to 1, you substitute here, n is equals to 1, m is equals to 5 1s are 5. So then you get m is equals to 5n. So m is equals to 5 1s are 5. Hence your m value is equals to 5. So n value is equals to 1, m value is equals to 5. Comfortable? Almost we are done. With one more sum, we will conclude this with the homework. So this is what the homework. Last time I gave certain sums for homework, so that I solved in this video, beginning of this video. This time I am going to give another homework. This homework is very simple. Only two equations are given. 3x plus 4y is equals to 10, 2x minus 2y is equals to 2. Only these two equations you have to solve in 3 different methods, boys. Just you have to practice this, otherwise you don't get confidence. First one is substitution method. Second one is elimination method. Third one is cross multiplication method. So solve it first in substitution method, solve then using elimination method, solve then using cross multiplication method. Only these two equations you have to use. Simple. Try out one method. So the last question of today's homework is this one. Find the value of a and b for which the following pair of linear equations have an infinite number of solutions. You know the condition of infinite number of solutions. What is the infinite number of solutions condition? a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2. Here you got the set of solutions. Here this is the first equation, this is the second equation, and write the conditions and solve like last video. Now we just will go to the conclusion part of it. Submit your homework by next video. Thank you. Sai Ram.